Somebody needs to stop Jett and stop them quick. Hey everybody, WALTY Wanderers, buckle up, strap in. We got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows, no sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Somebody better stop Jett and stop him quick, man. This dude's ready to just dominate the whole entire industry and embarrass riders left and right. In fact, that's what's already occurred, and this is really significant in my opinion. You see, we haven't, this is pretty big time stuff, really. I've seen this movie before. Anytime somebody comes along and starts to dominate, that reign can last for a long, long time, and it just becomes a race for second place. And Jett Lawrence is, make no mistake about this, a freak of nature. We've never seen anybody quite like Jett Lawrence. This dude is probably one of the most efficient riders I've ever seen, and that efficiency is always, it has been on full display when you go outdoors, because when you go outdoors, that's when it's really important to be efficient. Supercross is more of a tactical race, where outdoors is all efficiency. It's two completely different animals. That's why you see so many riders going Supercross only, because your longevity can be extended. On one aspect, it's dangerous. Like, you can end it all pretty quick in Supercross. We've seen some massive injuries. We're going to do a little comparison right now, and we're also going to have some polling revealed right now, because we are in the danger zone right now, because we already are, in fact, living in Jett's world completely. But here's the thing. You go back to, like, the king at Supercross, Jeremy.
Yo, what's up, race fans? It's Jeremy McGrath, king of Supercross. Keep watching WALTY for industry real talk.
Jeremy owned this series for many, many years. Nobody, it was like we all knew who was going to win. It was really seeing, is this the weekend? No, not this weekend. Let's hope for 7 years, 7 Supercross titles later. Jeremy was a very interesting dude because he was a tactician. His skills were purely Supercross. While he was fast enough to win outdoors, Supercross is really where he shined, because he was such a tactical rider. And he was efficient, and it took a long time before somebody came along and beat him. But even what I'm seeing out of Jett Lawrence has the bike's now so much faster. That was the 2-stroke era. This is the 4-stroke era. And Jett, if you put Jeremy next to Jett's body's this lean, mean, just totally built for a motorcycle and extremely efficient. The dude's got what it takes to go on a Jeremy McGrath run, no problem. And then we saw Ricky come along and finally dethrone Jeremy, but Ricky was more of a bulldozer.
Man, I hate to say it, but this WALTY guy is right.
He didn't really have the tactical efficiency, the bike skills on display where you're just wowed. He was just with pure grit and desire and bulldozed his way around that track. And threw it away constantly whiskey throttle, getting out of shape, biting it left and right, doing it. Not as efficient, but he got the job done. Then here comes Bubba.
Dang, this WALTY guy's blowing the lid off of everybody. Good thing I'm the fastest man on the planet.
Bubba comes along with just this aggression like we had never seen, but again, hard to contain that aggression. Hard to keep it on 2 wheels. But Bubba, with the Bubba scrub, he was launching sections nobody else did. The whoop speed that was just embarrassing the other riders. Same exact thing. But now here comes Jett Lawrence.
Hey, WALTY, don't forget to tell everybody they can get Jets and donuts in the Supercross stadiums this year, mate.
You see, Jett Lawrence has all these guys covered we just talked about. All these past champions that owned the sport for a period of time. So, like I said, Jett Lawrence could, in fact, be the guy that we watch for years and years and years. He could, in fact, probably beat Jeremy's record. It will take something happening. Now, because this is the thing for me, guys. Listen, I've worked in the industry at a pretty deep level for many years. I have no desire to go back into the industry. I am perfectly fine doing what I'm doing now, just being one of you guys, an observer, and calling stuff the way I see it. And I know there's a lot of people in the industry, even the fans, are like,
WALTY, who are you? You need to go away.
The industry needs me. It needs me. Otherwise, you're going to live in a woke electric bike industry. And I'm trying to make sure you don't, or at least if it happens, you halfway expect it. So that's what's up. That's why we're going to continue to do these types of reports. Plus, it's all these race reports and watered down, manufactured rainbows and sunshine, snowflake Karen reports. No, This is MOTO. This is action sports, extreme sports, one of the most, if not the most dangerous sport in the world. So to sugarcoat that and say, oh, God, Walty, you should talk about that, whatever. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and blow the lid off it when necessary. But today, like I said, we're going to cover who, in fact, is our best shot right now. Who is our best shot right now to stop Jett? Because if somebody doesn't stop him, friends, you're going to live in Jett's world potentially for years. So we asked it here on the community page of the channel. If you're new, subscribe, jump over to the community page, participate in some of the polling, because we reveal that stuff here. This is the people's channel. Nobody else is doing this the way I'm doing it. I'm bringing the polling that's actually real life polling that you can trust, and even revealing and reading some of your comments as we do it. So we asked it on the community page of the channel. Who's our best bet to stop Jett right now? It's right around the corner. A1, all this other stuff, MX of Nations, Super Duper, World Super, it doesn't really, for me, it's A1, indoors, outdoors. We have some off-season races. If it's now instead of Monster Million or US Open or Motocross, now it's Super Duper. Great. Let's see some Super Duper. I'm totally fine with that. Insanity of stuff. We asked it on the page. Who's gonna be able to be the first person, not even to like dethrone Jett, to stop Jett, just to maybe get a win over Jett? This is our chance to see it happen. It will be in Supercross because, like I said, in outdoors, you ain't got a shot. I don't care who you are. At the moment, what I just saw to Jett, nobody has a shot. Somebody needs to rise up to the occasion now. Somebody's going to need to level up. We have some players right now capable of doing it, but they're going to have to level up. So let's jump over to the community page of the WALTY Wanders channel, reveal some of the polling and some of your comments. Then we're going to meet back here, wrap this one up. Let's get started. Buckle up and strap in as we blow the lid off another one. When asked on the WALTY Wanders community page of the YouTube channel, who will be the first to beat Jett in 2024 Supercross? 59% said Eli, 13% said Kickstart Kenny, and 23% said Chase, which matches his current number. 4% said other. Now let's jump into some of your comments. Sin 218 gets a jump off the gate and says, I mean, yes, people have a lot of faith in Eli, but it's almost a year since he's raced. People need to understand that Eli won't be the same Eli as before his injury. Oh, good point, my friend. Let's see who's up next. Gold Toad Gaming pulls a tear off and says, people are forgetting that Roxon has an incredible A1 history. There's a good shot he comes in more prepared than everyone else, quite possibly, and kickstarting his way in as he does it. Let's keep reading. And McGeechee slams gears on his 85 and says, I think it's going to take Eli a few races to get back into the swing of things, and I just don't know if he'll have that old dog in him still. Our boy K Trash Talker 406 pulls a tear off and goes with, Jett gonna eat a big ol' humble pie next year. Uh-oh, calling him out. Let's keep reading. Legalized Ranch 420 Blazer goes over the whoops and says, Eli would beat Jett outdoors this year if it wasn't for his injury. This whole Jett thing is blown out of proportion. He's good, but he's never faced Tomac. T-Cross 3769 sends it off the triple and goes, you Eli fans are kidding yourself. Ouch. Big Ram throws a block pass and comes in with, Chase has the best chance to beat Jetson. Not a good chance, though. Super Dave sends it off the finish line jump and comes in with, I like Eli, but he had a hard time with Chase. And Chase couldn't beat Jett, so I don't know if Eli can flat out beat Jett. Maybe in his younger beast mode days. And there it is there. Thanks to everybody who commented. Please jump into the comments if you guys would like to read the rest of them. Now let's get back to the studio and wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome back. And there you go. Eli, you got to do it for us, bro. Here's the thing. I think Eli is the logical choice too. But understand one thing, friends. Even Kenny Boy Roxon, who now is on the tail end of his career and managing to still cash in a massive way, and it deserves every dollar he's commanded and been tactical in terms of negotiating and commanding those dollars. When it looked like it was all but over, it wasn't. Kenny Boy, very resilient guy, which brings me to when Kenny went down with his big arm injury, he was basically doing what Jett's doing now. He was dominating. It looked like we were going to live in Kenny's world. And then that one faithful night in Anaheim, it all went wrong. And that's the challenge with Supercross. It can jump out and bite you. Packed stadiums, tight confines, it's gladiator game stuff. Whew, insane. I mean, man, just understand that is a possibility. So when we saw, and he came back to be another top rider, but he never came back to get a championship. He stole a win here and there, but no championships for Kenny after that big injury. We're lucky to have Kenny. Kenny, stoked you're here at Kickstart. Whew. We're glad that new Suzuki still can't manage to get it. You're kicking that thing this year too, apparently. Eli was on his way to win the Supercross season last year. Out of nowhere, a freak injury, a significant injury that kept him off the bike for quite some time. Can we expect him to not only come back and pick up where he left off, which we don't even know if that would be enough to actually beat Jett at this point? He's in fact not only got to come back and at least be to where he was when he got hurt. He's got to level up. He's got to level up to, in my opinion, to really be able to go the distance of full series and dethrone Jett. Because what I'm seeing out of Jett, he's young, he's hungry, he's uncompromised, his body is completely healthy. He hasn't had the big injury yet. So for anybody to think that Eli, Jett, you now live in Eli's world. No. Eli, you're living in Jett's world. We need you, dude. We need you to come back. And I just don't know, even at Eli at this point, once you've had the big injury and you've made the money, you can ride off into the sunset. You don't have to come back. How is he willing to risk it all again? We'll have to wait and see. That's where if you're in a championship hunt, things can start to change and you'll start to throw a little more risk factor at it. But there's no reason to risk it if you don't think you got somebody covered. It's now just collect the paycheck, stay out there, represent the sponsors and the team the best of your ability, maybe steal a win. That's what these guys are going to do. And then Chase is still, he's had some hard hits. Not that big surgery injury, but some big hits. He's rung his bell many times. And the bell ringing, you're hitting your head that hard, is going to compromise you in different ways than just an injury. And almost worse, he's having this challenge. We got to see if this fresh new format that he's going to find over at KTM is going to be the answer to all his problems. I don't think so. You can't change the stripes of a zebra. You can't go to a brand new program and expect all of a sudden to level up because of it. Yeah, this is the time all these guys, Kenny, Eli, Chase, I mean, we've got other guys, Webb, Anderson, I mean, the list goes on. Anybody with the factory ride right now is capable to come out of nowhere and then all of a sudden show us something that we weren't expecting. But right now, clearly, the three players are Eli leading the charge with Chase, a potential, and Kickstart. But we cannot rule anybody out. But somebody is going to need to level up. If they can't come in, bring in the same game they had last year, expecting to beat Jett, I think it's going to be a long shot. And final thoughts. I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a moto guy that wants to see you not only win on the track, off the track. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. Shark infested. Eli, Kickstart, Chase, welcome to the swimming pool. We're putting a lot of hope on you to level it up. One of you guys needs to level it up. Otherwise, we're just going to see a new era, everybody living in Jett's world, and potentially the industry watering it down along the way. In the meantime, Walty will be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way. Because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, I think you're going to love the next video on your screen, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars. I'll see you on the next video.